So the two videos that I'm recording today are just to give a little bit more of a highlight in how I am stopping the generational trauma and how now I have a daughter, because basically it carries from mother to daughter, from mother to daughter. In this case, as I said, as the woman in my biological family, they all still communicate with each other. They all still respect each other. They all still have relationships with their mothers. I'm the only one. I'm the only person. I'm the only woman in my biological family. My camera is so slow again. Fine, it's just really annoying. So this is basically just to keep record of me cutting off the generational trauma to the point where I'm like, that's it. If all of the women in my biological family are still communicating with their mothers and still having relationships with their mothers, I am now on my birth mother side of the family. I am the one daughter who does not have a relationship with my birth mother anymore. Yeah. When you live in a toxic family system, and especially when you go out on the internet or you talk to anyone, they always encourage you to maintain a relationship with toxic and abusive family members, saying, you only get one mother, you only get one father, you only get one sister, you only get one of this cousin. You should keep contact with them for the rest of your life because you're gonna miss them when they die. I don't give a fuck. I don't give one fucks or two fucks or any fucks that you're gonna pass away. If cutting you off is beneficial to my happiness, I'm doing it. And I have always known that cutting people off is beneficial to my happiness. So, I'm just gonna do it no matter what. So this is more so for anyone who is thinking about cutting off their family members, or if they're in a toxic family system and you have the means to cut them off because of generational trauma and because of the fact that you've been hurt, but they still feel entitled to you and still feel expected to have a relationship with you. This is your message to just cut those people out of your life. Even if you share generational trauma bonds, if you share blood, if you have the same face or the same exact hair color just because you're related, there's absolutely nothing special about that. The only thing special about people who you allow in your life should be the way that they treat you. If you're not treating me absolutely with respect, you're gone, blood or not. I only have one life, and I don't have time to spend my life with people who openly don't respect me but still want access to me. So no, I'm not playing the whole generational trauma bond thing. My mother hurt me, but I still respect her. I don't do that. I did it for as long as I possibly could. So where they did the whole thing like, my mother hurt me, my parents hurt me, but I still speak to them. I'm still their kid. I'm not anyone's daughter. But I do have a daughter now. So when I say that I'm getting rid of generational trauma, basically what it means is that up to my knowledge, starting from my great-grandmother, there has been abuse towards the daughters and my blood family. And now I have a daughter. I gave birth to a baby girl in 2024. And just because I'm aware of all of the triggers of being raised in an abusive home or being raised by a mother who hated me, I raised my daughter very differently. I am very proud of it. I don't speak to any of the other women on either side of my biological family. I speak to the woman in my husband's family, and that's it. Because when I think of what kind of mother I want my daughter to have, I'm that mother. And I fully intend and plan on raising my daughter with a generational trauma bond, with a generational trauma, and the cycle and the trauma bond stops. My daughter has extremely good parents. She has an extremely amazing, supportive family on her father's side. Me and her father have a great marriage. And I'm just very proud to say that even with all the toxic, abusive behavior going on in my blood family, especially on my birth mother's side, with, you know, with her mother, and then my birth mother's daughters, excluding me, I get to raise my daughter in a safe home, where we do not put men over our own children. To create safe families and daughters who will always love us instead of resenting us at any point in life, we prioritize the health and safety of our daughters over some dude. If there's a man in your life, especially if it's your husband, your spouse is the most important, but you should always know that any man who harms your children should not be your man 1 second longer after he hurts one of your kids. If you're in a good relationship with your children, if you don't want them to resent you or stray away from you at any point in life because they have memories of you prioritizing your spouse or boyfriend over them, just, you know, do everything you can to avoid it. My daughter has very happily married parents. We do gentle parenting. And I know that I married a man who is safe for my daughters to be around. And so fighting that generational trauma is very hard when you know that there are people who are out to get you, or there are biological family members who are like, well, we're just gonna try to reel you back in, or you can't cut us off, or like, what the hell do you mean that there's all this abuse going on? Stop talking about it. Stop talking about us. To avoid these people thinking that you're talking about them, which you are, just don't say their names. If you ever need any advice in this or you're afraid to say anything, you can make your social media platform just to the point where you're like, I'm not saying anyone's names. You have no proof that I'm talking about you, so please be respectful and block me. That pisses these people off. Because not only are you being informative and just finding an outlet for all the trauma you've endured, so that you can hopefully be somebody's voice. Hopefully help somebody come to the conclusion that they're like, okay, you know what, I'm going no contact because your people don't control me anymore. You can be that person without revealing anyone's names or identities. And I just want everyone who's watching to know that as well. Hey, anyone who watches this video at any point, if you're watching this video because you want to overcome generational trauma, or you're an affected family member who wishes I would shut the fuck up, nobody knows who your people are, so just be the fuck quiet. And as with any victim of child abuse or generational trauma, or CSA perpetrated by their own mother or their own family members who's been hurt by their own family members, and they're expected to not reach out about it, if they're expected to not speak out about it, say whatever you want. Because I'm not letting anything stop me from, like, talking about it and getting therapy and finding a way to heal from everything that I had to endure. Because I want to be a good mother to my children. That's the most important thing in the world to me. When I get all of this out, I mean that I can be a much better mother to my own children. Because, you know, I'm getting healed. I'm fine. I'm doing everything necessary and everything possible to make sure that my children don't go through what I went through. And that's the only thing in the world that's important to me. It's just giving my children good parents, and they do have good parents. That's all that matters to me in this world.